This is day one of racing here at the Tweed Festival in Peebles, round 3 of the Enduro World Series. And it couldn't be better in the series rankings. Tied at the top of the women's between Tracy Moseley and Anne-Caroline Chausson. I've got to say, Tracy looking more comfortable this weekend and not maybe coming in with the best attitude, complaining about a couple of the tracks. So maybe that's room for Annika or Cecile Ravenel to get one up on Anne-Caro this weekend. We've had about 4 seasons of weather in 2 days, but you've got no jacket on.
I've got a jacket in my backpack, but sun is shining, it's summer, you know? So I keep my jacket for the winter in 1 hour. It's tight at the top of the men's category as well, with Jerome Clementz leading it out, slight lingering cold and also shoulder injury as well. And then in second place it's Justin Leoff. He was second here last year and second last weekend in Ireland, so we could expect good things from him, and his attitude is positive. He is looking forward to this and on fire. Third place in the series, Greg Callahan. He's going to be on a high from winning last weekend in Ireland at his home race, and also rides a lot round here because his girlfriend lives locally. Other riders that could be up there, we've got Richie Rude, Joe Barnes, third here last year and also riding well last weekend. Fabian Burrell, disappointment last weekend in Ireland with a puncture. No one's really seen much of him in practice, but what they have seen, they've heard he's going well. So it's all to fight for here in Tweedlove. The weather might be hot at the moment, but we've had 4 seasons of weather in a few days, so God knows what they're going to throw down at us next. One thing's for sure, it's going to be hot love racing this weekend.
Totally different, like we ride them in the wet all winter and it's really dry and kind of in between wet and dry, and that's where it's at its most trickiest.
I don't think I like any stage, but just because I'm not feeling so comfortable on the bike.
That was hard. Can't imagine what stage 6 is going to be like. Oh God, we have to go for a lie down.
Had my bars twisted around and that wasn't ideal, so lost a little bit, but just got to calm down now and just ride smart for the rest of the day.
Stage 1, pretty hard. No, not too many dramas. Just a front wheel a little bit loose, otherwise all good.
Rennie Wildhaber comes out of the blocks flying to take the opening stage. Teammate Justin Leoff has a small crash which puts him back in 9th, whilst their other teammate in the women's category, Tracy Moseley, shows she means business with a 23-second gap over Anne-Caroline Chausson.
Yeah, big crash. My ankle, it's very bad.
Felt quite a bit slower than practice. There was a lot more pedaling to it than I thought. This one was fun, this one went well. Richie Rude takes stage 2, moving him into the overall lead. Justin Leoff recovers from the first stage crash with a second as Scottish downhiller Rory Cunningham shows he's learning the long game.
Really good, like in the middle of nowhere. You can't really reach it with a car or anything, just people, yeah, shouting.
Practice was up and down, had some good days, some bad days, but today's important just to try and keep spirits high and do my best really, keep trying to push and make the minimal mistakes.
I've been crashing again. No, it's good. That stage was amazing.
Big crash on the stage 2, just after the fire road. Too much speed, yeah, and a big jump. I lose some pressure on my front tire and I'm crashing. So now I think my ankle it's maybe broken. I don't know, but I try to ride the stage 3, but it's impossible. So yeah, shit.
Last week's winner, Greg Callahan, shows it wasn't a one-off, taking a stage win, moving to within a second of Rude's lead in the overall. Another consistent result for Florian Nicolai puts him third on the stage and in the overall.
Cool. That stage is so good. In the wide and the turns, oh, I had a lot of fun.
Hands got a beating in the shoulders. Just was on such a good run then. In the last like 20 metres it's just pinball through the trees. I think I hit everyone. Stopped dead and ran to the finish. So frustrating to finish day 1 like that.
Just like whoops the whole way down, like real dookie. But yeah, it's good, really fun stage, a lot of people on it making some noise. Not much pedaling, but it's really physical because you're just working the bike so much.
Richie Rude ends the first day by maintaining the GC lead with his second place on stage 4. Sandwiched between 2 Scottish riders, Rory Cunningham in first and Mark Scott in third. Moseley makes day 1 a clean sweep. Beaton takes a second place from Chausson with Isabeau Corduria strong in fourth.
A really impressive ride for you, currently leading out the overall.
Yeah, really happy with that. Didn't feel like I'd be leading after this morning. Kind of like was a slow start and felt kind of weird, but I guess I kept together and was like held the overall for I think most of the day. So yeah, pretty happy with that. You know, I'd like to be top 3 again. That'd be really cool. But if I could win it, that'd be even better.
Pretty happy to be up there at the end of today. Last year was kind of hot and cold. Like the longer ones I was a bit off, and then the fast short ones I was good at. So quite happy to be up there and kind of up with the top guys. And yeah, not really looking forward to the pedal tomorrow, but I'll see if this rain adds something in the mix, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, I live about 40 minutes away, so this is Inners, the golfy side's where I ride the most, so I guess that plays a little bit of help. But
And tomorrow, a bit more physical stages. How are you feeling about that? Bit daunting maybe with the pedalling and with the possible weather.
Yeah, well, I don't mind the weather, but I mean, to hold on to 4th is going to be a hard job tomorrow. I know some of the bigger guys are going to make some time back.
That's the first day's racing done here at Tweed, love. We're all off to rest this Saturday night. Don't think any of the riders will be out partying. It's been a good day's racing. Richie Rude is leading out the men's, and we've got Tracy Moseley leading out the women's category. So coming into tomorrow, it's all to fight for. It's pretty tight up at the top still.
Come on and let it show.
Batten down the hatches, boys and girls, we're in for a wild one. The big storm has moved in overnight and really played havoc with the schedule. The organisers have regretfully had to cancel 2 of the stages, so we've got 6 and 7 culled. We've only got 5 and 8 today. Chris, as Enduro World Series race director, you've been involved in making this final call to cut to the stages.
We looked over a forecast that had come in that was really quite brutal and quite surprising for the area, really. We've got 600 riders on the mountain today, but we've also got a lot of volunteers, spectators and marshals, and the wind speeds this afternoon are meant to get up to really quite dangerous levels. It might be a great afternoon. Doesn't look like it at the moment, but it might be, and we might have regretted it, but it's better safe than sorry.
In other news developing overnight, not quite as dramatic, but Rennie Wildhaber was late for his start on stage 1. He did actually win that stage, but because of the late start, he will be receiving a 1-minute penalty, so that's going to be putting him down in the overall. The weather may be playing havoc with the race schedule and with my hair today, but the racing is still going to be worth it. Overnight GC leader Richie Rude has an absolute shocker, crashing on stage 5 to finish 32nd, being overtaken on track by Florian Nicolai, who rode like a man possessed to win the stage and take away that GC lead. Tracy Moseley is pretty much home and dry with every stage win so far and nearly a minute lead in the overall. Leof comes from behind on the final stage with a sensational ride to take the race win. Burton dominates the final stage with 18 seconds over event winner Moseley. Leof's win comes in a style typical of the man's attitude and career, steadily building with dependable finishes until he achieves exactly what he aimed for. 2 young guns round off the podium. Florian Nicolai achieves his best finish and Greg Callaghan is swiftly becoming a name to be reckoned with after only 3 races as a professional. Tracy Moseley absolutely dominates the weekend, winning by over 1 minute ahead of Anne-Caroline Chausson. Cecile Ravenel and Annika Burton rounding off 3rd and 4th. Justin, big congratulations, your first Enduro World Series win.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. I honestly thought after last week, I was like, maybe this is just going to be your thing. You're just going to get that close and never get it, never actually pull through. So to actually done it, I'm super stoked. And yeah, I mean, it still surprises me the way it happened today, actually.
Yeah, it was all done on the last stage pretty much. You came from behind and took it there.
Yeah, well actually stage 5, the one before, I sort of thought I had a bit of a chance because Richie had a real bad run and Greg didn't have the best. Like, I know I'd pulled a little bit of time on both of them, so I figured, all right, just everything I had in the last stage and You know, I just worked as hard as I could on the climbs, and everything where I could carry speed, I was just thinking carry speed, and just not really touch the brakes too much.
And it wasn't just a win, it was a dominating win.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm pretty surprised. I felt like last weekend I definitely rode really well, and times were tight with Anne, and this weekend didn't feel like I'd ridden as well. I think there was a lot more in these trails, you know, places to make mistakes, and definitely felt like I kind of made a lot of mistakes myself. So to be that far ahead was quite a surprise, if I'm honest. But got to be happy, take something away, and be really satisfied, and know that got a little bit of a lead now going into the French round. So gonna look forward to that.
Greg, so first last weekend and third this weekend, still consistent podium.
Yeah, really happy to have backed up last weekend to win with another podium. I wanted one podium out of these 2 races, so 2 is just perfect.
And to have not been on the podium before this year, and now 2 out of 3 races, man, got to be confident going forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just looking forward to the rest of the season now to try keep it going and keep this momentum.
I was not feeling that bad yesterday, but my time was not good, and I couldn't probably find a good rhythm. So today my goal was just to keep my second place, and second place is not so bad. For the championship, it's still okay.
A great day yesterday, Rory, and you've rounded off the day in the same position you started it, 5th place.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. I thought today was going to be pretty tough, and then probably worked in my favour that they shortened it, and last stage was obviously like 12 minutes. Genuinely thought I'd lost about half a minute on that to the top guys, but turns out it was only 26 seconds to Leo, so just happy to kind of prove that I do have some legs on the longer stuff, and you know, if this was more of a full-time thing, then we'd be up there.
Do you think you can carry this forward in the rest of the season?
Well, I hope so. I got 11th last week and then 6th this week. I've kind of sort of proved myself a bit more, so hopefully keep it rolling.
Well, if you keep going at that trajectory, it's a top step, isn't it?
Yes, from 11th to 6th, and another 5 would be first. So
second place, a very good result for you.
Yes, my best place for me, yes. And I felt fast. I am very happy with my play.
The win here puts Leof at the top of the standings, clear by 100 points. Callahan and Nikolai are only separated by 20 points. Previous leader Jerome Clementz slips back to 4th after 2 disappointing rounds. With 2 wins to Chausson's 1, Tracy Moseley creates a lead of 50 points, with Ravenel and Bearton fighting to stay in chase. The first ever double win for a team sees Trek extend their lead in the team rankings. They have been unstoppable for the last 2 years, and with results like this, it looks like 2015 is going to go their way too.
So that's it from the 3rd round of the Enduro World Series from here in the Tweed Valley. And it's been an incredible weekend, unpredictable to say the least on the weather front. We thought a big rainstorm was going to blow in this afternoon, but instead we've got sun to end the day. So those 2 stages that were cut, probably a good call just in case anything nasty happened. But the racing as well, that was unpredictable. We knew Justin Leof was going to win one of these rounds at one point, but the way he did it today was incredible, coming from behind to take it on the final stage. In the women's category, it's his teammate Tracy Moseley, another win this year, so that's 2 out of 3 for her, and really putting Trek up there in the team rankings. So as I nearly get blown into the River Tweed, it only leaves me to say thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you at the next round in France.
Well, I've been told